Welcome to SME-Hype, your number one spot for entrepreneurs. My name is Jerome. If this is your first time on our channel, you are welcome. Our video will provide you with the right information to help you grow your business and create wealth. If you're new and have not subscribed, why not? Hit the subscribe button, and you can always change your mind. Now, let's talk about how to reprioritize and stop burnout. Even if you love your job, burnout can take its toll. A mismatch of input and output frequently causes burnout. You become burnt out when you feel like you're putting more into your job than you're getting out of it. Sometimes this happens because your job isn't satisfying, but it's because you're not taking care of yourself more often than not. Before you can cure or even avoid burnout, you must first understand the warning symptoms so you know when to intervene. They are listed in no particular order. Let's outline how to reprioritize and stop burnout. Difficulties with work and personal relationships. Stress affects everything you do, especially how you interact with others. Even if you believe you have your stress under control at work, it can rear its ugly head at home. Often, it is your relationships that suffer. Many people are more likely to snap at others, lose their cool, and get involved in silly, unnecessary conflicts when they are stressed. Others are more likely to withdraw and avoid people they care about. Health issues. Health is a key factor when thinking of how to reprioritize and stop burnout. Burnout has a significant detrimental influence on your physical and emotional well-being. Whether you have back pain, depression, heart disease, obesity, or you just get ill a lot, you should think about the role your job is playing in this. You'll recognize when burnout is impacting your health, and you'll have to determine if your work style is worth the repercussions. Problems with cognition. According to research, stress damages the prefrontal cortex, the region of the brain responsible for executive function. Memory, decision-making ability, emotional control, and attention are all affected by executive function. You're probably burning out if you're making foolish mistakes, missing essential things, having emotional outbursts, or making bad judgments. You're bringing your work home with you. You know that horrible feeling you get when you're laying in bed thinking about all the work you didn't get done and hope you didn't overlook something crucial. While you can't stop thinking about work when you're at home, it's an indication that you're overworked. Fatigue. Because of the toll stress takes on your mind and body, burnout frequently leads to tiredness. Burnout fatigue is characterized by waking up with no energy after a full night's sleep, drinking huge amounts of coffee to get through the day, or having difficulty remaining awake at work. Negativity. Negativity is another element to consider when thinking of how to reprioritize and stop burnout. Even if you are normally a cheerful person, burnout can make you quite pessimistic. If you find yourself focused on the negative aspects of events, criticizing others, and feeling cynical, it's evident that negativity has taken root and it's time to take action. Reduced satisfaction. Burnout nearly usually results in a persistent sensation of discontent. Projects and people that used to thrill you no longer do. This drop in satisfaction makes work tough since you don't feel like you're getting anything out of it, no matter how hard you work. You've lost your motivation. We start employment with rose-colored glasses on, perceiving everything through rose-colored glasses. Motivation comes effortlessly while you're at this period. In a burnout condition, it is difficult to find the motivation to complete tasks. You may do things and perhaps complete them effectively, but the motivation that formerly drove you has vanished. Instead of doing work for the purpose of doing it, your drive derives from fear of missing deadlines, disappointing others, or being fired. Problems with performance. People who burn out are frequently excellent achievers, so when their performance begins to deteriorate, others may not notice. It is critical to keep track of your slippage. How do you fare a month ago? How about 6 months ago? How about a year ago? If you see a drop in your performance, it's time to check if burnout is to blame. Self-care is lacking. Life is a continual battle against things that seem wonderful at the time but aren't beneficial for you. When you're burned out, your self-control weakens and you succumb to temptations more easily. This is primarily due to the way stress impairs decision-making and self-control, as well as decreased levels of confidence and drive. Final thoughts. In conclusion on how to reprioritize and stop burnout, don't be concerned if you identify several of these symptoms in yourself. Fighting burnout is as easy as practicing self-care. You need good ways to disconnect from your work in order to refuel and achieve equilibrium. If these techniques do not work for you, the issue may be with your employment. In and of itself, incorrect employment may lead to burnout. In such a scenario, you'll have to choose between your job and your health. We hope you have learned something new today from this video. Please feel free to like our video, as it helps YouTube show it to other people who might be interested in this topic. You can also share and leave a comment. Until next time, I am Jerome. Cheers and have a good one.
It's about